Hey, what's happening? Happy Sunday, everybody. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, let me just lay it all out for you. Originally, I started looking up. I was going to talk about politics. I was going to talk about the CPAC convention in Texas. I'm still going to mention a few things about that, but I've been meaning to do a video. I've been wanting to tell you about one specific instance of manifesting, like the law of attraction, bringing positivity, bringing the change into your life that you want, picturing your life in a positive manner, and the way it works, and it's amazing. Honestly, I've been using this in my life, and I've been clean and sober for almost 16 years. I lost 92 pounds. I've had a complete body transformation. If you look at those pictures from the video I did last week, talking about how I was an overweight addict and toothless, if you look at the change in my life, I've been meaning to talk about this and how I use this in my life. And there's one instance that's just, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe this happened, but I swear in the Bible it did. I'm going to talk about it today. And then something just happened again last week that made me have to do this video. Okay, start at the beginning here. So originally I was going to talk about the CPAC convention. There's a couple things I was going to talk about, but they were just short little tidbits, like Donald Trump talking about his doctor. I'll put the link for that down below if you want to see it. He talks about it. He talks about this guy a lot, this Navy doctor. But there's one thing he said at the CPAC convention that just really, there's not much to talk about, but he talked about how the doctor just loved seeing his magnificent, muscular, perfect body, and how he was the healthiest man that ever lived. I'll put the link down below. I mean, there's not much to say about that. At this point, you kind of come to expect this from this ridiculous, arrogant narcissist. And then there was this other story about the CPAC convention, and I'll put the video to this down below too. There was a piece of performance art. A guy with supposedly broad shoulders, a typical strong working Caucasian man, sitting in a jail cell, a mock jail cell. And I think there's a chalkboard behind him that says, "Where is everybody?" Like he's been all left all alone. And this guy is actually from the story, I'll put the link down below, that he actually really cried, made himself performance art, got into it, actually cried for like an hour and a half or something. And this is supposed to be about the January 6th thing. Like, oh my God, this, and then people put on headphones and listen to the harrowing stories of these poor patriots that are put in jail just because of they want their love of freedom. And I was going to talk about this, and I was going to make some comparisons. Like, if there was, say, the election this November, and I'm disgruntled about it, and I go to my local city hall around the corner and kick the door down, and then assault the guard there, what do you think's going to happen to me? So I was going to talk about these two stories, but it's just, there's not a whole lot to talk about. It's just your basic idiocy. Bizarre, borderline scary stories. Okay, so then I wanted to talk about this manifesting thing. Every morning, I meditate and I pray. And I've been doing this for 15 years now. Now, about 10 years ago, I started working out about 15 years ago, and I started buying weights. I had one weight from when I was a kid, one big weight. And I'd go to Walmart and I'd buy a weight here and there when I could afford it, because they were kind of expensive, They were like $50 or something like that for the metal weights. And I had a couple different, dumbbells. And I had a couple different ones. So I was thinking about buying a pair of 35 pounders. Between 35, 40, or 45. I wasn't quite sure. I was going to check the prices out. Okay. So I was still considering this. This is a completely true story. And I would go for a walk at the state park every day. I would do the weightlifting, and then I would go I park my car at the state park. I pull into the parking lot. There was a dumpster right there at the end of the parking lot, and I park next to it, and I go for a walk, right? So the same month or couple of weeks that I was considering buying these weights, this is just it happened. I pull into the parking space, and in front of the dumpster, I swear, I still can't believe there was these exact. I want to make sure that 2 40-pound weights, that's 80 pounds there. I want to make sure they didn't go through the counter here. Sitting in front of the dumpster. Now, I don't talk. I just go to the park. I don't know anybody at that park. When I go there, I don't chat. I go there to walk and kind of meditate. I'm in my own zone. I'm not a big social person when I'm out. I kind of discourage people from coming up to me. So it's not like I told anybody at the park about anything about weights or working out or anything like that. I don't know. Somebody might have seen me and said, hey, that guy looks like he could use 2 40-pound weights. And it's just pure coincidence that same month I was seriously contemplating buying these exact 2 weights, and they just appear. So I swear on the Holy Bible, it's a true story. And it's bizarre. Just last week, okay. So you guys see my videos, right? 2 of my favorite things. I love the beach. Like me and Audrey used to go to the beach all the time. And I told you guys I was going to Rhode Island, to Squamicut last weekend. And the week before we were planning on going, but it was about almost 100 degrees. And I thought about this. I was like, the only way I'm going to go is if I can go buy one of those chairs, one of those short chairs where you can kind of sit in the water. That's the only way I'm going to be able to stay cool, is if I get one of those chairs where you can actually sit in the surf and stay there all day. So I was considering going to buy one of those. I never did. And it was just way too hot, so we didn't go that week. We went last week, okay? And I haven't painted. I've done 3 or 4 pieces of art. The one behind me here, and a couple other ones. The one where I'm screaming, and you've probably seen that on my community page. And the big one for Audrey I did with her flip-flops on it. And I've been considering going to buy more canvases. And stick with me here. So what was it? It was last Friday. It was just 3 days ago. I'm going down into the basement here to where my bike is locked up in my locker, my storage locker. And the compactor's right there. And the stuff that people don't want to put in the compactor, they pile up in a garbage can right next to it. So what is sitting there, Friday? I swear on the Bible. So I'm walking by, and I didn't even realize it at first. The first thing I noticed was a couple of canvases. You can see these are old. They still have the plastic on them, right? And these are the exact kind I use, like that one right there behind me. So I'm like, wow, somebody just left a couple of canvases here. So I'm about ready to walk away, and I look down again. This easel's there. Now, these easels aren't all that cheap either. It's a pretty decent metal easel. So somebody in the building paints, and they threw this stuff away. And it just so happens that I paint too, and I've been thinking about buying some new canvases to start painting again. Okay, coincidence, right? And I swear to God, as I move these things and I take them, I pick them up to bring them to my storage locker, I notice this. I swear on the Holy Bible. Yup. Like I said, that chair that I was thinking of getting 2 weeks ago. I swear to God, the exact chair that I was thinking to get. I posted this on my Facebook page. I said, is this weird or what? Because I talk about my paintings and going to the beach on my Facebook page. And there's probably a lot of people out there some people that don't believe it. You could chalk this up to coincidence, that maybe because this stuff is in my mind, and I am focused these days, now that I'm clean and sober, that I tend to notice these things more. I'm more driven. And, these things have always been there, but I just never noticed them. That could be it. I personally believe that the universe gives you what you want. Now I'm going to get really personal here. Every morning, I believe in this YouTube channel. I believe with all my heart. I'm on here, I make these videos every day, and it takes about a good 2 or 3 hours every day. And I already have a busy day with the art and the working out and everything else. And but I picture in my head. They say picture. Don't like beg and pray like, please Lord, give me, let me be a YouTube star. Don't, that's not the way to go about it. To actually picture like it's happening right now, like it's already happened. So every morning I picture in my own mailbox at my own house. I want a house in Rhode Island. I love Rhode Island. I love the shore, the beach there where I surf. And I picture getting a YouTube, one of those silver YouTube plaques for like you get 500,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. And I picture pulling it out of the mailbox, with the white envelope wrapping, and I unwrap it and I picture putting it on, So I believe in this channel. I know, and I'll probably get some ribbing now too because my views haven't been all that high lately. But every morning, every single morning, I picture this. I picture the car that I want. It's not an Alfa Romeo or a Ferrari or anything. It's a Dodge Challenger or Dodge Charger. Either one of the new ones or one of the old ones from '69. Like a green, was it the green ones with the black stripes? And I picture myself in that car with the leather interior, the shifter, 4 on the floor. And I picture myself, that's my car and my house, and I'm opening up my, because my YouTube channel is successful. So, I mean, it's not just about success or money. It's just something I believe in, like my purpose here. Sometimes I feel guilty because I should be, I have this love of art. And I found this talent since I've been clean and sober, and I feel a little guilty that I should be spending. I'm kind of torn between painting and this channel and working out, but I tried to divide the 3 equally. This is a true story about manifesting. You can chalk it up to coincidence. You could call me a liar, but I think you guys know me better than that by now. Believe, and picture these things in your life. Picture yourself every day and have no doubt, just pure confidence. And watch this channel. This channel will have 500,000 million subscribers sooner or later. It already does. I believe it with all my heart. All right, you guys have a great Sunday.